No, don't pull the lever. No, now! I hate you so much sometimes, Lectors. I really do. It's so incredibly difficult to classify Terraria into a single genre. Its content spans several, a sort of Minecraft but not Minecraft. According to its Wikipedia entry, it's an action-adventure role-playing indie video game. I guess that covers it pretty well, and it's one hell of a mouthful. Terraria was originally released back in May of 2011. I had never heard of it, and I imagine I wasn't the only one. Still, on a friend's suggestion, I took a dive, and invested in the title. Oddly enough, 2 years later, the game is now one of the most recognizable indie titles on the market, and has sold over 2 million units and had thousands of hours dumped into its vast expanse of randomly generated worlds, and for good reason. As of October 1st, Terraria has received its first mega patch in months, building on existing content with over 1,000 new items, 90 enemies, new biomes, and new bosses to destroy. It seemed like now was the perfect time to revisit Terraria. If it is possible to feel nostalgia for a title less than 2 years old, I certainly did. Excitement and jokes abound, I descended back into the depths of Terraria's content with a friend, but the question is the game still worth the investment today? Terraria starts out as a rather disappointing affair. After randomly generating a world, it sticks you in the middle of nowhere with nothing but a few starting items and the guide NPC. No direction, no goals, just you, your wooden starting tools, and an NPC who I have come to hate more than I hated Rogue Warrior. Crafting and building in Terraria is fairly simple once you know how to. The guide will tell you what any material can be used to create, a far wind from the game's original cryptic hints at how to make things. And as time goes on, the player will have to use anvils and furnaces to open up even more creations that will assist in the journey towards endgame. Items get increasingly fantastic as further tier materials are discovered, with things ranging from phase swords, which are essentially lightsabers, to flamethrowers. My partner and I have come a long way from our humble beginnings. The first night is the most terrifying, largely spent trying to get our bearings while flailing about helplessly against the hordes of zombies that plague the latter hours of the game's evening. Now we carry water candles openly, taunting the denizens of the world to attempt to even dent our turtle armor, and survive the waves of flame and steel that we project with our pure manliness. To get the materials to get to this point was no walk in the park. Terraria hides its treasures deep within the world, requiring the player to mine down into the world's crust and, eventually, into hell itself to obtain crucial ores and valuable gemstones. Exploration is where Terraria really begins to shine. Tunneling into large caverns while being assaulted by moans of the skeletons that guard its depths, with only the light of a torch to guide you, is an intense, intimidating, and phenomenally fun affair. Enemies also vary based on biome, the depths of a forest biome being entirely different to explore than the depths of a jungle or ice biome. It truly feels as if there's a never-ending stream of things to discover. The game further cements itself by adding multiplayer. Though sometimes a bit unwieldy, we had to use Hamachi to get it working. It allows players to invite as many of their friends as their internet connections can handle together to explore the mad depths the game has to offer. It is faster, more chaotic, and loads of fun. In our return, there were only a few instances where the bug monster decided to rear its ugly head, but none were more than a minor inconvenience, like a boss summoning item disappearing, or a boss being partially invisible. The game's biggest downfall is its endgame. After defeating all the bosses and rounding out your character with the best armor set in the game, there's really not much left to do. The best items, like blood daggers, are in special chests in the dungeon that require a key. The problem is these keys have roughly a 1 in 4,000 drop chance from mobs within a specific biome, making it unreasonable and unnecessary to even attempt to get them without using some sort of farming strategy. Toss that together with how easy everything becomes after gaining the higher tiers of armor, and the endgame feels incredibly lackluster. The lack of challenge really kills the desire to go on, especially when the game thrives so much on making players work for their rewards. Terraria, despite its flaws, is a journey. It is a fantastic mix of construction and adventure, of discovery, excitement, and frustration. It is a game that, without a doubt, I would never want to miss. Terraria from Relogic gets an 8 out of 10 and is available on Steam for $9.99 or your regional equivalent. Until next time, stay awesome, and cheers. Hey guys, Sila here. I just wanted to take a quick second to both thank you for watching and remind you guys that the little giveaway we have going on for reaching 100 subscribers is still going on, and you can go over there and check that out at the update number 2 video, which is hot linked right over on the right side of your screen. And after you do that, just remember to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep it running until I believe next weekend, when we will see who wins what. But again, until then, stay awesome and cheers.